The Bisons have run onto the field. The Hornets running on now. James to tell us the squad for today in no particular order. Anotipai Gwezera, Michael Chimedza, the captain, our captain fantastic, Isaiah Muripa, Hopa Matsika, Katlego Ngube, Seth Lumbile, Kaya Vimba, Alexander Mboma, Lebohang Moyo, Lee Elemen, Makomborero, Mukobo. We have in the number 1 jersey, Chimbongore, number 2, Mabvura, number 3, Maroa, number 4. They have much more boys in the mall, but they're struggling to push the Hornets off.
And number 15 with the ball, Grabber for the number 11, will he get it?
Who will get there first? Might be a penalty try. And yes, it is.
Number 9, seeing the gap.
Manages to pop it off before going down to ground.
Quick play there by the number 10, Captain Chimedza. CBC School getting really hyped for their team now. Hopefully can watch them score a try.
The Hornets getting very close to the try line. And they've
got a try.
Try time. Big try. Huge try.
5-7. First points for CBC.
CBC on the scrum.
Hard hit now. And it's a try for CBC. Score 10-7.
I'm sure feel too confident as this isn't a huge lead, but it is a lead.
Definitely something to go off with in the first half.
Didn't intentionally catch it, but it did end up in his hands, so that is offside.
The Hornets defense hold. And that is a try. That is a try.
So late in the match.
And Hornets may be looking at a loss here.
They might have to talk about it.
This, in such occasions, you'd think that you need it. And
the hooker bringing the ball out now.
Number 2 fighting, pushing now.
Still going.
I think Hornets just need to hold on to the ball here now. But it's a penalty now.
As James said, he held on to the ball, but he did it at the wrong time. Commentators curse there. Oh, great fast reactions.
Number 9 with the ball now. Running. 11 with the ball. And this may look like the end for the CBC Hornets.
And the kick is good. Advantage play still with the Bisons. The Hornets desperate, trying everything. Taking advantage. How long does this referee's advantage time last? Looks like they found turnover. Not good for the
With an overlap now. With the kick. Who's fast enough? Who is fast enough? Number 14, 23 or 11.
Oh, top stuff.
And it is another try. And the win is fading further and further away in the final minutes of this game for the CBC Hornets. But in the end, a win is a win. And either team, I think, whichever team came out on top, I think did deserve it the most.
Mr. Mahari, the head coach of Lomagundi's Bisons. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, man. How are you doing, man?
I'm very good, and you? I just firstly want to say congratulations on the win. I think it was a very good win that your team had to fight for. I also do commend the composure your boys managed to stay under. And my first question for you, I know going into halftime your team was trailing 10-7. So I just want to ask you as the coach, did you say anything specific to them that you feel brought them back into that match?
Yeah, well, we decided we're going to play rugby in a different area of the field. So we played in the CBC half, and we did that better in the second half. So Tino's game management was phenomenal.
Tino's your captain?
The captain, and him and Takwa, our captain. But he played rugby in the right areas, and that helped us a lot. And like you said, man, the guys showed a lot of guts. They made a lot of mistakes, but they just kept knocking on that door, and finally they blew the door open.
I totally agree with you. I did see a lot of also brotherhood with the team. I do see what you mean about your flyer, Tino. He did play very well. I think he commanded his boys very well. Is there any specific areas of the game that you would say they also did quite well in? Because I think defensively that was also some pretty good stuff.
No, defensively we stood up, but man, that CBC defense was horror today.
It was.
We're putting in some big hits, especially that first half. I mean, they really put us under a lot of pressure. You could see the tight five work like miners out there. So we had a game plan for this, but a lot of it was disrupted by CBC's defense.
Did you have to change your game plan much?
We had to change. We didn't want to kick as much as we ended up doing, but we had to because the defense was stellar from CBC, exactly. So we tweaked it a bit, but what a game for the fans, and I mean, it's priceless when schoolboys play like this. It's always a lot of fun, and it's great for the parents, for the old boys, and for the bystanders who came by. I think it was a hell of a game.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Thank you for your time. Well done to you guys.
No, thank you very much.
Top stuff, coach.
Thank you, CBC, for being fantastic hosts. And for us, I would like to thank our parents and thank ETG and brother Kainok, who are our sponsors, who make this possible for us every single time. But thank you, CBC, and man, we always look forward to being up here. Not for the sore muscles, but for the hospitality.
Yes, thank you very much.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, boss. All right.
Said you wanted to it?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Good job, man. Good job interview. Good job. What's your name?
Alexander
Alexander,
Nkala.
well done, guys. Good job. I see your stuff on online. You guys do a great job, man.
Thanks so much.
I think you guys do the best work of any school in the country.
Thanks so much, sir.
And this is so much. I hope to see you doing bigger things, man.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. I'm James Widdop. I'm here with... All right, sorry, you are the?
Number 4. And I'm the captain. We're co-captain.
And, all right, okay, co-captains. So, you guys won the game today. I'm sure you're really happy about that. Just wanted to ask you about a pre-game experience. How did you feel coming to this game? Were you scared or do you think inspired by playing these guys?
I think before the game there was a lot of heat. So I think the weather really had a big impact on us. Even when warming up, the boys weren't really in it. So everyone was everywhere. No one really knew what we wanted to do. We're used to our own conditions in Chinoy, so it was something different. We weren't really used to it.
All right, and in terms of the Hornets themselves, how did you feel coming to play them?
Oh, wow. We really felt that we had to do something. Because every year we come here, there's always pressure. They always put on a good show and they put on a fight. So it's never an easy game.
Yeah, and we just spoke to your coach slightly earlier. He was talking really greatly of you guys, how proud he was, and how you guys really came back from that halftime 10-7. Could you tell us from your perspective how you really came back from the 10-7 and how you fought in those last minutes?
I think it was really a gut check. People had to really tuck in their shirts and really get to it. Before the beginning of the game, no one really knew what was waiting for us on the field. But after that first half, we really saw that it's a real challenge. We have to.
Okay, thank you so much. And just a quick question. Were there any mentions or personal plays that you think really helped, get you guys back on top, or really, some of your best players that you think were a key part?
Yeah, I think in the second half, the first try that was good. I think that alone just put us back into the game. And, but you guys kept on fighting. CBC kept on giving us a fight. And, coming down south to Bulawayo and just playing a game of rugby and winning on this field is, it's a feeling, and we're just chuffed, we're just happy that we're here to play some rugby. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Afternoon, I'm here today with the Hornets captain, Michael Chimedza. Afternoon, sir.
How are you?
Who was playing, if I'm not mistaken, your last match in front of the whole college for Hornets.
Yeah.
You are kind of a celebrity at the moment. You've been taking a few photos with some fans of yours and just some fellow college students. First of all, did you enjoy your last game? How do you think you played?
I'm tired from the last game, but I think I left it all on the field today. The boys also left it all on the field. Our defensive structure came in clutch for us. I think we gave them a sense of panic because when they were now 22 in our half, they started rushing things. And I guess we just got unlucky. When we got the ball, we executed everything accordingly. And I wouldn't have this any other way.
I agree. from your play style, I can totally see where you're coming from about that defense. That defense was immaculate. And I just think also one thing you guys are excellent at doing is keeping your heads up the whole game. I think you as a captain are just great at making sure that the boys always feel together. I think your team is one of the teams with the most unity out there. I see everyone fighting for each other on the field. How do you instill that in the team?
Well, it's not something that I instill. It's just something we've grown to know, and it's our value as a team. It's what the Hornet does. We work as a swarm, like a wasp, a bee. We're always together. And it's something that I've lived with for the past 3 years. I wouldn't ask to have any other family besides the Hornets team.
You've played for our Hornets for quite a while now, since Form 4.
Yeah, Form 4.
You've been playing for the Hornets. How do you think, could you just give us an overview of all your time at Hornets and just some final words on what you have to say to the school and to your team?
Well, Form 4, I only remember my first game against MCC. And last year, I think I remember my last game against Hellenic. The gap is because of the 6 concussions I've gotten throughout these years. But yeah, each year it's a different experience. But this year is the best. I won't even lie, it's the best experience I could ever ask for. And I'm happy that I got the honor to lead my team. And I hope that the captain that comes after me just continues the legacy that I've left.
I think it was a great season. I want to thank you personally for captaining our Hornets. Thank you for being there, making sure the school's always happy with your performance, and thank you for giving it your all on this field. Thank you for dying for us on this field. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Here with the Hornets coach, Mr. Medida. So how are you feeling after the game today, sir?
A bit disappointed because, the goal today was actually to get away with the game. We started very well first half, and then second half we played in the wrong areas, then we paid the price. So we slept a bit, but hey, they played a marvelous game. We went pound for pound, dominated in the right places. I think it was left to us to finish the game, but we didn't finish it.
And at first few minutes of the game, Lomagundi scored a penalty try, which set the Hornets back 7 points. How do you think that affected them? And how did they get back on to halftime being 10-7?
They followed structure. They played up to structure. They did well. One thing that caused us besides us getting that first penalty try was our kicking. If we could have collected those points, I saw in the future the boys that are coming to the Hornets, they would know that those points are very important. So, the mindset was to start at 100. The worst scenario is to finish at the 80%, because most of the games we started at 100, dominated, and in Georgios we played it, Falcon we played it. But this time around, we didn't actually fall back to a 0 or a 1. We actually kept it up to an 80. But it was those little mistakes that we panicked in some areas that we're not supposed to panic in.
So in the past 2 games, St. George's and Lomagundi, which are 2 really, really good teams, playing against the Hornets, we've seen that a common thing is in the start of the game, or in the start, the Hornets seem to sort of dominate and get on top, like we saw now 10-7, and last game 12-10 against St. George's. What do you think is really the factor leading to them, dropping after the certain time period?
Consistency and maturity. Look at the boys that came in. We've got a lot of Form 4s that are playing for first team. So I'm sure they've been in the system. The more they get matured, the more they'll become on the game. So maturity in the game, that game composure is very, very key. Those are the things that affect us most of the time.
All right. Thank you for your time, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Once again, it's been me, Alexander Nkala, alongside
James Widdop.
Thank you for joining us for today's fixture with our Lomagundi versus CBC, the Bisons versus the Hornets. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoy all the videos we put out. Hope today's was extra special. Thank you again for watching.
Thank you guys so much for being with us today. We hope you really enjoyed the content that we gave you with the 2 games. Although CBC did not come out on top, we really do hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and please stay safe.